What's up, crew? Good to see ya. Welcome back to the People Person Podcast. This is episode 110, brought to you by Good Time Media. I'm Wyatt. You know, a lot of you have come to this page, this YouTube channel, the podcast feed, wherever you're watching, listening. A lot of you have come from batchmakers, the bachelor world. People are enjoying batchmakers, which makes my heart happy, makes my heart whole, and we love to see that. We got a lot of things here at Good Time. This is one of them, People Person Podcast. It's where I just selfishly interview cool people. So today, episode 110, we have singer-songwriter Emma Kammer. Now, I discovered Emma on TikTok, listened to her song Baggy Clothes.
I think I like my baggy clothes. Getting on your level means standing on my toes.
I was like, whoa, this is cool. I want to know more about the person behind this song. So, A, go listen to that song, and B, just get to know Emma a little bit. Enjoy this episode. I don't know why I'm still talking, so we can just go straight. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to ask the questions.
Okay, good.
But so you're in school right now?
I am. I go to Berkeley.
So how's that going? What year are you?
I've been in college for like 5 years because I went to like a real school before I came here. But
Okay.
I've been here for, I guess, like 3 years. But I went to like a school in Colorado for 2 years. So it's my fifth semester here. It's my
Gotcha.
sixth semester here.
Gotcha. And did COVID have anything to do with that? COVID kind of threw off the college thing, or is just
I
making a decision?
I went to like school before to just to figure out what I wanted to do. Like parents were like, you have to go to college. It's just like what you
Yeah.
do. And then I guess COVID came around and I wasn't doing anything and my dad was like, "Oh my gosh, you should apply to Berkeley. That would be so fun." And I got in and then I was able to like find what I love to do here. So it's been great.
That's awesome. Now, was it always a goal of yours to pursue music, or was this more of a later decision?
I mean, I didn't think it was really realistic before. I just kind of thought it was like a hobby and like I didn't really I don't know, I don't have any like musicians in the family. I come from like
Okay.
business, like stuff like that. So I kind of was just like, oh, like, guess I can just like play on my own time. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
As
know.
a kid, did you grow up around music, or was it kind of your getaway from regular life? What was your relationship with music growing up?
I was super shy growing up. So it was kind of like my little secret that I would like do by myself. Like my brother and I would sometimes I would like sing for him and he'd be like, "Oh my god, I might have really got something." But most of it was just like I don't know, like I would like sing in my room or like I would join the choir, but I would be like the quiet girl in the back and like not
Yeah.
really doing a lot. And like I definitely like got out of my shell more like in high school and stuff, but mostly it was just like I don't know. Like kind of like every kid is how they kind of like sing
Yeah.
around and stuff. Yeah.
Now, did music help? So if you're like a shy kid growing up, did you find yourself being more comfortable when you were in a musical environment, whether you were singing or not? Just like, did you feel like this is where I'm most comfortable, and I can be like outgoing and be myself in that environment?
Yeah, I joined the choir in high school and everybody it's kind of like a different breed of people like in the choir room and like the band like area like that like the theater kids.
Yeah.
It's kind of like everybody's just doing their own thing and everybody's just like bonds over like the fact that they have this like musical whatever inclination or whatever. So like I definitely feel like I mean I was really quiet in high school and I was kind of still quiet when I was in choir, but I found like a community that I could kind of just chill around. And I never
Yeah.
felt like I could ever chill. I felt like I was always like freaking out, like talking to people. But it was
Yeah.
kind of like these people just like accept you. And that's how like Berkeley is too. It's just like a giant group of like theater kids and like band kids. Like everybody's just so easy to be yourself around. And I'm still like a quiet person, but I'm kind of like comfortable, which is fun.
Yeah. That's cool. Now, it's always interesting because I think it's probably stereotyped a lot, but just within high schoolers are the worst.
Hmm.
And then you have that it's usually a group of choir kids, theater kids that are always together. And from the outside looking in, there's always a lot of judgments like passed on that group.
Yeah.
But then I think at the end of the day, everyone realizes that's the group that's having the most fun.
Yeah.
They're always having the most fun.
Yeah.
And it takes people time. It's usually college past that people look back and they're like, "Damn, that looked like a ton of fun."
Yeah.
I was just like an insecure high schooler casting judgments for no reason. Um, so that's cool that when you get to Berkeley now, you feel like it's almost that small community just expanded.
Yeah.
Is that kind of the feeling you get?
Yeah, cuz it's like all those people are like the people who were like the most into it in high school, like from all around the world, like all these little high schools, like come into one big
Yeah.
school and we can just like go crazy now. It's super.
How intimidating is that though? Because you could go from I feel like I'm one of the more talented people from my small bubble.
Yeah.
You go to Berkeley, all of a sudden, small fish, big pond.
Yeah.
It's a little. Is that intimidating for you?
It can be intimidating. I feel like at first it was like really fun and like everybody was kind of just like, "Oh my god, this is so cool, like that we're all together, like kumbaya whatever." But it's kind of like as we all get older, it's like, "Oh my god, like soon we're going to be like adults and like competing against each other kind of, which is so
Yeah.
like scary and weird." But I don't know. I'm trying because I am like getting to the point where I'm going to graduate soon. I'm trying so hard to like keep myself like in the like you're unique like in your own way, like everybody's special, whatever, but it definitely can get a little like creepy competitive sometimes.
Oh, I'm sure. I never really thought about it that way. Where I feel like if you're in a school of music or just in kind of that environment, it's one of the few situations where you're going to school with the people, like you said, that you're going to be competing with once you get out of school, because it is a small world. And
Yeah.
from what I've come to know, even just interviewing a few people, it's a very small world, and people know each other. And then it's who do you know, how do you move up, and then the business side starts to loom a lot.
Yeah.
I can you can kind of you want to keep it at bay as best you can, and I feel that too with what I do in podcasts and different stuff. You want to kind of keep that business side out as long as possible, but then the second you graduate, you're like, well, shit, I gotta make money.
Yeah.
How do I do that? So it's a tough balance. That I don't envy, but how what is the what do you see your path with schooling? What are you studying like specifically in school? Is it like songwriting? Is it production? What's kind of that smaller degree there?
Yeah, so I actually have a major in songwriting and a minor in production.
Oh wow, I was kind of nailed
So
it.
you got it. Yeah, but yeah, I my principal instrument is like which is like my main thing is voice.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm most of my classes are like around songwriting. I've just started doing the minor in production, which is like so much computer stuff, which is so hard, but I don't know, it's fun. All the classes are basically like show and tell for the songwriting. It's so fun. Like you just get in a room with like all these awesome people, like your peers, and just like share what you like wrote over the weekend, and people
Yeah.
just they like go around the room and like make you feel so good and like sometimes give you like really good advice. It's super cool, and like all these people you know are just going to be like crazy successful someday. So it's just like really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I feel like when you're constantly writing like that, it's like working out basically. It's working out that songwriting muscle.
Yeah.
Um do you find yourself when you're writing more and more like consistently getting more and more abstract and creative with it, or is it the opposite where you're getting almost more introspective and kind of soul searching a little bit? Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
do you get weird with it, or do you just get super like therapeutic with it?
It's mostly therapeutic. I I mean, the things I write about, they're all like kind of usually like the same like person or like event. So it's just kind of me like sitting with this like experience or like time in my life that happened, and like sometimes I like play and I like think like, "Oh, what if this happened?" and like
Yeah.
what if it like went better, and what if like romance, like whatever. Sometimes I'll like play around and like pretend that it's like a story, but it is usually like just me like sitting with this experience and like just milking the heck out of it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, yeah,
That's cool. Now, I've always been jealous, and I think this is why I kind of gravitate towards interviewing people who are songwriters, musicians in some capacity, because I think I'm jealous of you. It feels like you all have the ability to channel the good and the bad, like, of stuff that's going on in your life and just put it into your work or just whatever you're writing on that day, where most people don't have that channel, that avenue to put the bad stuff, the stuff that gets messy. Like, for me, when I do different shows, podcasts, I can really if I'm having, like, a good day, I can channel that into what I do.
yeah,
On the flip side, if I'm having like a shitty day, it's really hard to channel that into what I do because you kind of have to come across one way. Where I feel like with songwriting, you can do both. You get like if I'm having a messy, shitty day, maybe that's gonna lead to the best song I've ever written.
yeah,
Or the opposite. If I'm in really good spirits, I'm creative, my mind can go different places. You can kind of channel that too. So it's just very interesting how you can handle all the emo it's like it's such a I'm very fascinated by it because it's a cool life where it
yeah,
feels like it blends work and life so well. Do you feel
yeah,
that?
yeah. It is a cool life. It's cool to like be able to make a bad day turn into something good. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I'll be having like the cruddiest day, and then I'll like go home and I'll make something, and it'll make my whole day like turn around and give me something to like feel good about,
I love that.
which
Now,
is cool.
is there something that specifically to music, I don't know if you can pinpoint it, that really drew you in, maybe at an early age, saying, I there's something here that I really enjoy. There's something that it keeps drawing me in. Or even now when you struggle, maybe school's getting too tough, something's going wrong, and you're like, I still love this part of it so much. Is there a certain part of the entire process that you really love?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up really shy, and I kind of grew up with like the feeling that I didn't have a lot to say and that I was like uninteresting, and I don't know, like shy. Shy was just like such a big like, oh, she's shy. Like she's just like a quiet
Yeah.
kid. And it made me feel bad like my whole life, I feel like. And now I don't know, I feel like I can really say something now,
Yeah.
which is cool. Like I feel like I'm still kind of not super well spoken, but like when I can like sit and like just like word vomit in my songs, it's like gives me a voice in a way, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you feel like you can almost speak a lot clearer just through your songs rather than just in an environment like this maybe?
Yeah, cuz people when like they talk about my songwriting, they're like, "Wow, you said that in like a way that I've never thought of it before." And it's like, "Oh my god, like that's nice." Like I feel like I'm like dumb in the way I talk. So it's like it's nice to hear that for sure.
Now, yeah, given that, so like, how tough was it for you to, obviously, with music and the way it's going to be noticed as a songwriter or even just a performer, like TikTok, social media, that stuff is just a part of the business at this point. I've talked with enough people. It's just you have to do it. Basically, it's part of the job. How comfortable are you with that part of the job posting? Because that's where I found you. I found video on TikTok. I believe it was Baggy Clothes
Hmm.
went crazy viral. And what? How comfortable are you with that space?
I feel like when it comes to the like singing part of it and like showing like what I've like written and stuff, I feel like I get really excited to like make videos and like add harmonies and stuff like that and like share that side of it. But like, oh my god, when you like release a song and have to like promote it, that is like the most awkward, uncomfortable thing in the whole world, and it's so embarrassing when it like doesn't like do well. But
Yeah,
I definitely think TikTok is like good for like showing your new stuff, and like it can be good for like promoting
yeah.
and stuff. Like yeah.
It feels like a net positive. I think obviously there's some downsides to, again, having to do so much self promotion to the point where it feels, it's not disingenuous, but it feels that way just like
Yeah.
internally, because you're constantly, hey, look at this, look at this, look at this, and I
Yeah.
deal with that all the time. um but it is it but then also there's the flip side where, hey, I have this thing I'm really proud of, and I want people to see it.
Mhm.
I do need people to see it in order for me to grow and make money down the line, but I'm also, at the end of the day, I'm proud of this, so I don't care if people see it.
Yeah.
But you do care if people see it. Like, it's people always say that, like, oh, I like, doesn't matter, I do this for me, which I think is very true, and maybe I'm just off, but also there's something to that validation from other people through the right. It has to be the right people. I
Yeah.
think it's not just random validation. That's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Um, what's your process like when you're filming TikToks, videos? Do you like, all right, turn off all the lights, I'm gonna light a candle, I'm gonna set the vibe, something
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah. I don't know. I have like a lot of like little like mood little lights in here. I have been lighting a candle recently and getting myself like in the mood. I hate overhead lights. But yeah, it's like setting the vibe. I definitely like to like go in after I record and add like little harmonies and stuff like that and other like little voice things. Yeah, I wish it was like easier. I kind of feel like I put a lot of pressure on it to like make it look aesthetic because
Yeah.
it's like you never know what video is going to do good. Like with the Baggy Clothes
Hmm.
whatever song, I like had no idea that that was the song that was going to like
Really?
yeah, like reach the most people.
Is how that's got to be a weird feeling where, not that you're not like confident in the song, but you don't expect it to connect with people the way it does. And then you're kind of stuck saying, "Oh, I have to." I don't know. Was that song like finished by the time you put it out there?
No. I wrote that verse and that's it. And then I like recorded it. And then that night it like did well. And then I was like, "Oh my god, like what am I going to like do with it now?" It took me so long to like make a chorus for it and like write a second verse for it, and it was just like I don't know. It was kind of like stressful cuz I didn't
Yeah.
want to like drop the ball, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully people liked what came of it.
It's great. It's fantastic. I love it.
Thank you.
It's been on my playlist just cycling through for a while now.
Oh, thank
Um,
you.
yeah, no, it's fantastic. I can't imagine the pressure in a situation like that when a song does kind of connect with people and you feel that momentum, and every day that goes by you're like, I don't want to lose that, I don't want to lose that, how do I hold on to it?
Yeah.
That's just a different kind of pressure, and I see that, you see that a lot with like TikTok right now with musicians. There's a lot of songs. I'm always and as a consumer, I'm frustrated. I see a song I really like a clip of 30 seconds. I'm like, I love this. I go to their account and they're like, pre-save it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to listen
Oh.
to it right now. Like, I want the instant gratification. Like, I
Yeah.
need this right now. And then I'll forget about it. And then 2 weeks later, I'll see it again on my For You page because the algorithm is awesome.
It
And then it's like,
is.
all right, it's back. It's back. But
Yeah.
it is, I can't imagine from your perspective how difficult that is to not know what's going to connect, and then once something does connect, I have to grab onto this and finish it now. And it's
Yeah.
I don't know. That's got to be tough.
Yeah. And like with production and stuff, like you just want to make it like as good as you can. And I produced it on my own, so I was just like
Wow.
I like didn't know like and I also like don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like playing and like hoping it's fine. So like the whole thing was just like, "Oh my god, I hope this is like okay. Like I hope it's like good enough." And then I just ended up like throwing it out there. And now it's out there. It's like not mine anymore. Like
How good? Yeah, how good is that to event once it's out there? Out of my control now. Like,
yeah.
yes, there's the promotion side of things, but all right, it's out there. It's out there. That's got
Yeah.
to be a good feeling.
It's such a good feeling. Yeah, it's such a good feeling to like cuz I still like I love like the song and stuff, but I like sat with it for so long and like
Yeah.
tweaked so many stupid like dumb little things that nobody would ever even it just like it's such a crazy like long process that it's just I'm still like so tired of that song. Like
Really?
yes, like people like when we do like live performances here, it's like people are like, oh, "Are you gonna sing Baggy Clothes?" And I'm like, "No, no, I'm not."
Gotta
But
give the people what they want.
I know, and that's the one everybody wants to hear. But like,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah,
What is I don't know if you've talked about this, but what is like the backstory behind that one if you wanna share, like the writing process?
yeah. I it was kind of about like a relationship that made me feel small and like not I don't know, mostly like small and insignificant. And I was also having like body image issues and like stuff with that. So like I kind of thought it was interesting to like pin the idea of like feeling small in a relationship and like wanting to feel small like in my skin. I thought that would be like
Yeah.
an interesting thing to put into words. And
Yeah.
I still have like a hard time like describing it, but I guess it's cool that like I could somehow kind of say it in the song lyrics.
Yeah, and was the just the baggy clothes, like, tagline, was that the first part that just kinda stuck was that the first line you wrote for that song, or was there other parts that came first, and then baggy clothes came later?
Yeah, I think my dad was like like one day my dad was just like, "Oh my god, you like always wear baggy clothes." And I was like, "Oh, that's okay. I wonder like what I could do with this." So I like wrote it down and then I came back to it one day and then I think I like you like my baggy clothes. I like my baggy clothes. Like I kind of like stuck that in my brain and then I made it.
That's so cool. I think that first line is just, like the second I heard it, I was like, "I'm in." It
Oh,
hooks you right away.
thank you.
It's very, very interesting. Um, how how hard is it to then because again, you don't know what song's gonna connect with people.
Mhm.
How do you sit on a song that, "Hey, I think this is good. I don't know how it's gonna connect, but I really like it." What do
Mhm.
you do with one of those songs where, "I really enjoy this. I think this is personally one of my better pieces of work,
Mhm.
but I don't know how it's gonna be reacted to by an audience." Like, what's the relationship there?
Yeah, I've kind of learned to just throw it out there and like share it even at Berkeley. Like either I'll put it on TikTok and like see if anybody like can relate to it, or I'll bring it to one of my classes and like sing it for them and see if anybody can like understand the message. And like a majority of the time, like the songs that I feel like really like describe how I'm feeling, somebody will like say they get it, and sometimes it'll be in like a totally different way than I'm feeling it, which is also really cool.
Yeah.
So people can just like take what I'm saying and like spin it so it fits them. It's it's like
Yeah.
such a cool feeling.
Yeah,
It,
that's super cool.
yeah, it's also sad cuz like if it's like a sad song and like your friends are like, "Oh my god, like I totally feel that." It's like, "Oh." But
Yeah,
it is a good feeling to like validate what other people are
yeah.
going through.
Yeah, I've never thought about that. If you write like a super depressing song and everyone loves it, there's a small part of you like, "Whoa, man, like as humans, we're kind of going through some shit." Like
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
thought about it like that cuz there's a lot of songs I listen to that are like probably like sad boy music. And
Mhm.
I'm like, "Oh, wait, why do I enjoy this so
Yeah,
much?"
yeah.
You don't want to think about that too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this is kind of a random question. Is there a song that you wish you wrote? It could be a big mainstream one, or it could be one that your friends wrote, and you're like, "Damn, that's a good one." Is there something that sticks with you? Like, "Damn, I wish I wrote that song."
Oh my god. I feel like I come across that like constantly.
Yeah.
Like, have you heard of Jake Minch on TikTok?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
god. Like
Does he have
honestly,
the song? Is it Handgun?
yeah.
I think I know that one for
Oh my
sure.
god. Honestly, like everything he's written, I'm just like completely like, oh my god, that is so true and so good. And like, I don't know, I feel like so many songs I come across on TikTok, I'm just like, this is this is crazy. Like, and then I feel like I get inspired constantly by like these little TikTok people, which is really cool. I can't think of like a specific
Yeah.
song, but like I don't know, Jake Minch, he just put out like a EP, and like all of that stuff was just so freaking good. Like
Yeah.
so good. I just
Uh,
love like the like descriptive like storytelling songs.
yeah. I'm trying. Do you listen to? It's more like faster pace. You listen to Alec Benjamin at all?
I think I have listened to him. I don't
I went through a big Alec Benjamin phase. I don't listen to him as much anymore, but he's so specific,
I love that.
descriptive story. It's so good. So good.
Okay, I'll have to like do a deep dive into him.
Yeah, he like oh he yeah, it's very good. Similar kind of random question. Is there I'm a big movie guy. I love movies. That's kind of my outlet, just like like very cathartic. I love going to the movies.
Yeah.
Is there I don't know how big of a movie person you are, but is there a movie that you wish you could like write the soundtrack to, or you think maybe a movie that fits the vibe of your music?
Ooh. Oh my god. My favorite movie in the whole world, movie series, is Harry Potter. You can't really like
Okay.
you can't really like see it, but my whole room is like so crazy nerdy.
You're a
Like,
pothead.
oh my god. These are like little like candles that look like they're like hanging. Oh my god. But like I don't think I would be the person to write that soundtrack.
Yeah.
Um I don't know, definitely like a sad coming of age. Like what's that movie?
You
Like
could do Perks of Being a Wallflower. That,
oh,
that
oh
could be
my
a good one.
god. I love that movie. I love that book. What's the one like Beautiful Boy?
Oh, with Timothy Chalamet?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a heart oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Like some sort of movie like that.
Yeah,
Like a really really sad movie.
I like that. That movie's so good.
I know.
Wow, I've totally forgot about that one.
It is so
That's
good.
great. Alright, one thing I wanted to do with you if you're up for it, I noticed so I saw again, I always feel weird, like, researching for interviews like this because it feels like almost like stalkery. But I saw you covered a few of Olivia Rodrigo's songs. How big of an O-Rod fan are you?
I I I definitely love her. I definitely do love
Okay.
her. I was definitely into the first album, like the first like what was it called? The Driver's
Sour
License. Yeah,
or
that
right, yeah.
yeah, the Sour album. I loved that one. I like this one too. It's more like what's it like punky
Yeah,
kind
it's
of.
very punky. Yeah.
Yeah, which is super cool, but like I was like the first album I was like
Gotcha.
totally moved by
Okay.
too.
I'm a huge O-Rod fan. I think I'm her number one fan.
Oh, Rod, I have never heard of.
I I'm trying to start that. No one else calls her O-Rod. I'm the only one who does.
That's good.
Um, I think it should stick,
Yeah.
but I'm just trying to get on her radar. I love her. So something I was thinking we could do a quick draft of O-Rod songs. We can do maybe you think you could do 4 songs where we
Yeah.
draft 4 songs? And I know I didn't give you any time to prep, so I didn't prep as well. So I have no prep. I'm just gonna pull up her music. Um, and then we can see who drafts the better Olivia Rodrigo lineup.
Okay.
Do you want to go first or second?
Let me go second.
Okay, and we'll do a
I want to
snake
see.
draft too, so you can get picks 2 and 3,
Okay.
and then we'll go 2 and 2.
Okay.
All right. Shoot, now I got to go first. This is tough. This is like picking a favorite child for me. Um, my first O-Rod song, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna take a layup here, but I feel like I have to. Um, Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna take Vampire. The Vampire is one of the new ones off Guts. I think it was the single off of it. I love that song. I love that song so much. So I'm gonna take Vampire,
I love that.
and then you get 2 picks now.
Okay. I'm gonna go sad on the first one. Super sad.
Go for
Enough.
it.
Enough for you.
Oh, so good. That's so good.
Do you like that one?
I love all her music, so I'm biased, but that one particularly is very good.
I do love that song.
All right, second pick. Who you got?
Favorite crime.
Oh, good, good. All right, I like how your drafts coming together. I'm gonna go with my personal favorite off of Guts, the new album, which I don't think is like the most liked by everyone. I think people do enjoy it. It's kind of a sleeper on the album. I'm gonna go with Making the Bed.
Oh, I like that
Love
song.
that. When I first heard the album, when I stayed up and listened to it, that's the song. That's the song I love.
I love that one
Um,
too. I love the sleepers. I love the like
yeah,
sad, slow ones.
yeah. All right, and then my third pick, I'm going to wrap around. I don't want to go all off Guts, but hmm, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take Good for You. I feel like I have to. That can't go undrafted.
Hmm.
I'm gonna take Good for You. I feel like that's a good solid third pick.
That's good.
All right, you get 2 picks.
What's the one that's like? Yes, I know that he's my husband. Can't be people.
Bad idea, right?
I like that one.
Yeah. All
I
right,
do
that's a
like
good
that
one.
one.
That one. That one. Yeah.
I like to strut around the city to that song.
That's
That's
awesome.
a fun.
That one grew on me. The first time I heard it, I was like, I don't know if this is for me. And then like 2 weeks later, I'm jamming out to it.
It's pretty good.
Love that. All right, you get one more. You get another pick. We said 4, right? We're gonna do 4 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is your last pick.
Okay.
Make it a good one. No pressure.
I'm gonna throw it back and go driver's license.
Nice. I'm glad you took it because I don't think it fits my team that I'm constructing here, but it couldn't go undrafted. So I'm glad you took that. I'm gonna go with another sneaky one here off. I feel like I'm gonna represent the Guts album very well here. This song has grown on me a ton, and I've been listening to it a lot lately, and I love screaming to it. Love is embarrassing.
Oh,
Boom.
that's a good one.
So final teams. My team is Vampire, Making the Bed, Good for You, Love is Embarrassing, and then you have Enough for You, Favorite Crime, Bad Idea, right, and Driver's License. Uh, Those are some pretty good teams.
Those are some pretty good
That's a
teams.
good team. We'll put it up. We'll put it up to a vote. I'll let the people decide who has a better team there.
Okay.
Um, Also, I want to shout out the other reason I want to do this draft was it's Olivia Rodrigo's 21st birthday today. So happy birthday,
She's 21?
21. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Orod. Welcome to the 21 club. Um, she can finally have her first legal drink.
Yeah.
All right. I want to wrap up with a few questions here, kind of all over the place. Um, I already asked you about the movie, but who is your dream opener for you? So you're gonna have a headline tour. You are touring the country, maybe internationally. Who knows? Who do you want to open for you?
Opener. Hmm. Maybe my best friend. My best friend and I, Eva Erickson, we do all these like little shows at our house because we're both like nervous to get ourselves out there, but we've been like setting up like all these acts to come in and like play with us at our house. And I've just gotten like so used to having her with me. So I kind of hope she is always with me. So maybe her.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that.
Yeah.
Is there a song that maybe it's like very popular mainstream radio or all your friends like it, but you can't stand? Every time it comes on the radio, you're next. Every time it comes on the shuffle, you're like, I can't listen to this. Is there a song you just I don't want to listen to this anymore?
Yes. But I can't think. I can't think of it.
I'll give you my example. Mine's
Yeah.
Happy by Pharrell. That is my least favorite song of all time.
Can I just second you on that one?
Yeah, of course. I will gladly take more people.
That is a great answer.
I'll say like and again, all respects to songwriters, musicians everywhere. That song sucks. I hate it. Like it
Too
sucks. I'm
much.
sorry.
It's
It's
too
too much.
much.
It's like cause I'm happy. Shut the fuck up.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
Yeah. Overdone too.
Yes. I
That's
had a
enough.
take on a show I did a while ago that I said, and I hate the song Happy so much, but I also hate parking and like the stress of parking. So I said if I could never have to worry about parking ever again, I find an open parking spot no matter where I go, I would only listen to Happy on the radio for the rest of my life. Like those are the two equivalents of like the worst things ever for
Yeah.
me. So I had to
Yeah.
compare the two. It's a
That's
great debate. It's a good conversation starter. What would you
yeah.
rather do?
That's good.
Something to think about. All right. Last question I have for you. It's a question I ask everyone who comes on here. You can answer it however you want to. But what gets you up in the morning? What's your motivation? Keep going. Keep doing your thing.
Just that I'm lucky to be here in Boston and be seen like surrounded by all these amazing people, and that I'm in such a cool time in my life, and that I don't know, it's a gift to like do like these simple little things I do every day, like go to class and like walk all around the city. It's like it's pretty cool like when you like look at it and like imagine yourself as like an old person. Like I don't know, I try and appreciate, even though it's like school still, it's just like a really cool little life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that you kind of picture yourself as like an old person looking back on like the cool things you do. I almost do the opposite. I always think of myself, I think of like 10-year-old Wyatt
Oh
and how like floored he would be by some of the stuff like I get to do or just like to see every day. And like
yeah.
he'd be like I almost feel like a responsibility. Like I want to make sure that dude's having a cool time.
Oh
So you can think about it either way.
yeah.
It's always which is funny because you never think about, hey, like I'm in the moment. You think of what will I look like, or what will I think about this in 30 years or 10 years ago, something like that. But
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool perspective to have. Where should people look for your music? Where can they find you? And maybe anything they could be expecting soon. I don't know if you're working on anything, but what do you got going on? Where should they find you?
I'm Emma Cammer on all streaming services. I'm Emma Cammer on TikTok. I think like Emma period Cammer or something. I'm Emma Cammer with two R's on Instagram. I think that's all I have. I've been working on getting an EP of my own out eventually.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I have like a bunch of singles out right now, but hopefully, hopefully, like the end of the summer, there'll be some sort of something coming
Awesome.
out.
Well, I'll hold you to that. You see, I can now you put it out there,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
now I'm gonna hold you to it. We're looking forward to it. Well, Emma, thank you so much for doing this. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for putting up with my Olivia Rodrigo draft.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it a ton.
Thank you for having me. You're the best. This has been so cool.